Microsoft gets a lot of flack for a lot of the things that they do, and I have to be honest, I don't necessarily understand it. To be sure, I think they've made some mistakes in the past, and they'll probably continue to make some mistakes in the future because what company doesn't? But at the same time, I think they've really kind of turned a corner with what they've been able to offer fans and what they've been able to offer gamers, and I don't think they're getting enough credit for the things that they're doing positively, right? Like that's the main thing that I think is really unfortunate, and I hope that they actually kind of go out there and kind of set the record straight or whatever. But everybody was doom and gloom when it came to Game Pass, including myself. At first I wasn't sure what to make of Game Pass. I was like, is this really going to hurt something? Is it going to, change the thing, change gaming? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? My initial thoughts were that it might be bad, but I couldn't really come to any reasoning as to why it would be bad. So again, you're kind of looking at this and you're kind of going, well, what does Microsoft have to do to actually get some praise around here? And again, I think they're finally going to start to get it. Like the games are starting to come. We're going to have Starfield in 2 months' time exactly. Forza after that. Obviously Hellblade 2, Avowed, Flight Simulator. All these games are coming within the next 12, 18 months, and they seem to have a lot of momentum going on. And the interesting part is, there was a particular point in time where people were making fun of Microsoft. This is one of those situations where they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. They were offering the $1 trials on Game Pass, and everybody was like, oh, well, all those Game Pass users are $1 trial people, blah, blah, blah. Then Microsoft ended that after years and years, and people were like, how dare they? That's anti-consumer. How dare they stop making the trials and all this kind of stuff, right? This is exactly how these things go, right? So after they raised the price of Game Pass this week, they have brought back the $1 offer for new subscribers. They've introduced a $1 trial for some Xbox Game Pass subscriptions. The introductory offer lets you players get their first months of Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass for $1. It's not available for Game Pass for console, just the standard one that would be $10 a month or $11 a month. The same offer was previously available for several years before Microsoft ended it in this past March when it said it was evaluating different marketing promotions for new members in the future. Existing Xbox Live Gold or Game Pass subscribers who use the trial offer upgrade to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate can carry over their prepaid membership at the current conversion rate up to 36 months. The $1 offer reintroduction also follows Microsoft's move to raise Game Pass prices this past week. As of July 6, prices increased in most markets, including Norway, Chile, Denmark, Switzerland, and Saudi Arabia. The price of Xbox Game Pass subscription console rose from $9.99 to $10.99, and Xbox Ultimate Game Pass increased from $14.99 to $16.99. PC Game Pass pricing didn't change, remaining at $9.99 per month. The latest wave of titles coming to Xbox Game Pass includes Grand Theft Auto 5, Exoprimal, The Cave, and obviously even more. They don't always announce these games like first thing right away when they come up. But yeah, nice to see that they're kind of doing this the way that they've sort of accomplished the way that Game Pass is coming out, and that they're bringing this back, I think, is also a very smart move on their part. For the simple fact that, really kind of comes down to gamers having the ability to kind of pick and choose what they want to do and how they want to kind of get some of these rewards. So nice to see that they're kind of bringing that back. And there's a lot of great games coming to Game Pass. I always say, hey, they were coming into their own with Game Pass this year, and next year it looks like they're going to be able to achieve what they wanted to. It might not be, the cream of the crop to start off with. Unfortunately, we did get Redfall, but I feel like, Hi-Fi Rush, Ghostwire Tokyo, Forza Motorsport, and of course Starfield are going to really kind of showcase what Microsoft is all about. And then you have, obviously next year, it looks like we're going to be getting Hellblade 2. Probably we'll get Forza Horizon at some point, even though that's not announced. So sticking with the announced stuff that seems likely, Avowed, Hellblade 2, obviously Towerborn. You're going to also be seeing something along the lines of Flight Simulator, and it looks like potentially even the In Exile game, which oddly can be pre-downloaded into your platform right now. So yeah, that's pretty cool to see that happening. And again, listen, Microsoft has done a very good job of making sure that players have plenty of stuff to game with, and they have plenty of stuff to sort of do in the future. So yeah, I like that fact. I like the fact that they're kind of going out there and making these moves and things like that. It makes a lot of sense that they're doing that, and at the same time, I think it makes a lot of sense that Microsoft brings this back, because I think even more so than making, say, a ton of money for for particularly Starfield, which I think they will. But imagine if they're like, hey, 30 million people played week one, right? I think that would be the thing that would definitely probably bring a lot of people to go, oh, okay, now Game Pass has finally arrived, Xbox Studios has finally arrived. Personally, I think Starfield is going to be a 90 plus rated game, and then you're going to have a 90 plus rated game that basically 30 million, maybe more, are going to be able to access and play. So I think that's going to be, the big defining factor for Game Pass, and I can't wait to see it. I want to see kind of what's going on, So hopefully they can do that, and hopefully people kind of can be a little bit more receptive to it. I think it's a great deal for gaming. I think it's obviously something that a lot of people are going to be able to try. And again, Microsoft has done a really fun job of of getting everything kind of in that space where people can expect quality content, and that's exactly what they needed to do. They need to get people excited for what they have, and they have to get people on board, with the idea that, hey, we're going to be able to have this platform, and we're going to be able to have them be able to do some pretty cool things with it. So yeah, I think that's exactly what needs to happen, and I'm excited for that. I hope that we see more of this in the future from Microsoft, because they seem to be having everything going the right way for them right now, and that's definitely what needs to happen. People have to realize, and people have to, I think, be a little bit more forgiving as well, and go, okay, Microsoft really screwed up in the past, but they were doing much better now, and that's all I really care about. We can't sit there and we don't go to Sony and go, remember that time you told us to get second jobs to buy your stuff, or remember that time you guys were hacked. You know what I mean? Like, you have to move on at some point and give them props for what they're doing. And I think Microsoft is doing some pretty damn cool things, if I do say so myself. So I would love to hear what you guys all think, though. Please let me know. I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. I hope you guys all have a great day. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe and like the video. It helps out tremendously. Thank you very much. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.